Uh, 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 let's try this again. Well then, how's it going? It is a day, like any other. Large cities. I forgot the copy pasta. Um, how's it going? It is Wednesday, I think. Um, I haven't done this in a week, and my brain is already mush again. It's great. Very good at this. Um, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's something I need to say, like something organizing stuff, but there isn't really. Like nothing really changed in that week. So I guess we're just continuing the 16. That's that's it. Unless I forgot something. Except of course the rant about the knock feature. But, why did Twitch think that Wolves would stream together was missing? Uh, no worries. I enjoy your streams. I was lurking a lot because I was still pretty tired, but also I was working on the image of my office, which I do not have. And no one, neither you nor Fringe acknowledged it. I put so much effort into it, you know. But yeah, I always enjoy hanging out in your streams, both yours and Fringe's. Um, let me start the game. Yeah, that's common, though. Like a lot of people are just usually just lurking in streams. Game, please. Can you just launch one time? Every single time I launch this game. I'm going to pause the music here. So I feel like I am just not allowed to click out of the window until it launched. And I mean, sometimes just people don't feel like talking. Like sometimes they had a long day or something like that. Yo, Fringe, how's it going? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure Zach has the follower numbers already. So it's only average views and time streamed, if I remember correctly. It's been almost 2 years. Oh my god, it's been almost 2 years. Speaking of which, that is actually something I Zami have to announce. The 26th this month is going to be my stream anniversary. Like, not stream anniversary, affiliate anniversary. Which you, Zach, and French already know what I'm planning to do for that. But I'll announce more soon. Because I do not actually know what I want to do for that, just that I'm going to do something for that. Because as you remember, I called you into my office yesterday. No, seriously, I put a lot of work into the image. Any minute now. Game, please. Next stream, I'm going to launch the game before I start stream. That's it. Any minute now. Any minute. Oh, nice. I need to get a second SSD for my PC at some point. But it's also not the biggest priority for me. Because usually I don't put 100 something gigabyte games on my SSD. Usually. Any minute now. Um, any minute. It it really is. Because I can't show you anything of what's happening because I can't even capture it. Yeah, to be fair, I keep a lot of stuff on my on the external hard drive. So for me it's not a big deal. And yes, that does mean that most games I've streamed on this channel have been on an external drive. You can you can think about the implications of that. Any minute. Oh, I was joking at this point. Does it capture? Yeah. Listen, I wouldn't start the conversation with a joke if I didn't want the joke to be acknowledged. No, but we need to think about what we do, or what I do. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I am excited. Continue. Last time. Hang on, actually. Select. Can you make a command for me? Because I would like to have a command for having a story summary, basically. Because I think it would be useful to have a command where you can just see the story so far summarized. I'll obviously still explain if anyone asks, but... we have a lot of side quests to do. First of all, we need to deliver some meals.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
Clive, was it? What do you suppose it could be?
Side quest to game, indeed.
New dung had so many uses.
Okay. Inside here? Can't believe Orbot has abandoned us.
Back so soon? Fancied another kip in the cells, did you?
Kenneth sent me. He thought you might be hungry.
Hearty meal.
He wasn't wrong. The way my gut's been growling, I'd have curls running scared.
Guard duty down here can't be much fun.
It's not. But sometimes folk need locking up, and someone has to watch over them. I help people sleep at night, and that's not a boast many can make. You keep yourself on the right side of these bars now, you hear me?
Okay. Resident in the bunks, that's over there.
Wanted to send a message, most likely.
What happened? Is everything all right?
Can I help you? Kenneth sent me.
Me. Have food.
Ah, wonderful. Do you hear that? Our food has arrived. Does your appetite still elude you?
Is he sick?
I'm afraid so. Those no longer in need of a Physica's immediate ministrations are sent here for further rest. I tend to those who cannot tend to themselves, which leaves me very little time for anything else. Happily, Kenneth sees that I stay fed. I would be lost without the kindness of good people like him and yourself. Thank you.
Okay, one more person.
Come, you must eat if you're to recover.
I hate to be a burden.
Could Clive, could he please not get stuck on literally every piece of furniture in this building? Oh, I see. That's odd.
Ooh, something smells good. For me, I hope.
It is. Courtesy of Kenneth.
Oh, my thanks. These birds are needy creatures. They don't like me running after the fat chocobo behind their backs.
They must keep you busy.
Ah, there's never a moment's rest. Probably for the best I eat down here, reeking of the stables as I do. I'd only put people off their food. And who has time to wash and dress for dinner when they've got little darlings like these to wait upon, eh? Anyway, thanks for the food, and be sure to give Kenneth my regards.
I think that's everyone. I better let Kenneth know.
The That's going to be a weird question. Do you think chocobo poop is like bird poop?
Do you need any help, Miss Molly?
I mean, I'd assume so, considering they are
These
birds, but
greens for the stew, I suppose.
Ah, you're back. All done? Wonderful. Here, your reward, as promised.
they're also pretty big.
The hideaway's quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we
Yeah.
are proud of, believe me.
I
I'm
also
glad
hate
you've
this
witnessed
fort.
it for yourself. You have your place too, of course, as you have just so capably proven, and you will always have a place with us, should you desire it.
It's kind of you to say so.
It is the truth, and not a soul among us would deny it. I look forward to all that you will bring to our little community.
I hate this fort. I hate that I had that fort. Can I leave? I can leave. But we need to go to some break for the main quest anyway, so... I mean...
I heard Otto barking.
But I
at his
couldn't
lot
just
earlier.
sit with that knowledge alone.
What do you suppose it could be?
I'm sorry, no takesy backsies.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Yeah. Sid wants us to, destroy the Mother Crystal in Oriflamme. Why he decided to start with Oriflamme is beyond me, but... Lionheart tonic. Oh, interesting.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will ya?
All right.
I've kind of forgotten who Otto is. And we'll figure that out in a second. I'm going to go to the blacksmith first.
Make it quick.
Forge.
What you want?
Flame tongue. Is an upgrade.
No scratches, alright?
Can I reinforce Flame Tongue? No.
Anything else?
Oh, that's a pretty sword. That's a very pretty sword. Yo, Hexen, how's it going?
Clive, was it?
Yes, it was Clive. Otto.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
I mean...
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's
that would
right.
be fun.
Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Why are we suspiciously looking at this person? Alien reports are now available by viewing by speaking to God at the Alien report counter in the Hideaway's mess. These reports, compiled by the Cursebreakers, contain information on quests currently available across Valstia. Okay. Yeah, I'd be down. I
suppose that's everything.
Don't know quite what my schedule next week is going to look like. Since next week is when uni starts for me. I also already have plans for the 26th, which is next week, but I don't know how much more I can plan in addition to that. So we'll need to see. Also, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would like to, and I definitely recommend you free do it without me if I can't. Like, I definitely wouldn't want to be what stops that from happening.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the Hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Cursebreakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Okay.
Anything catch your eye?
That's cool. We're already way too deep into side questing, so I'm not going to take care of that right now. But
Seen enough?
yeah. I mean, I'm obviously going to do SA too. We can explain it later. I don't think it's a bit more complex, but we can explain it later. We have done it in the past, so we know how to do it. Yo, Frams, thank you so much.
2 dozen month for you, for me, for us.
That's at least 2 years, actually. No, that's exactly 2 years. I've been doing good. Exams went pretty well, or at least I'm happy with them. I'm not sure if I passed, but I'm happy with them, and it's already way better than... I don't know if I agree with that math, but I also can't disagree. Anyways, yeah, it's been 2 years. It's insane. The anniversary is like my affiliate anniversary is coming up soon. And that's actually, Hexen, what I meant with I have a project soonish that might... Ideally. Also, what I wanted to say earlier when Clive said that Sid convinced us that destroying the Marvel Crystal is the right thing to do. I don't actually know if it convinced me, but... anyways, Gav.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Mischief? That's what you're saying?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed.
I love how the music is still playing in the
Should
background.
that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if
I mean, we were...
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northridge in a few days.
Clive was the first shield of Rosaria for like 2 days. And then everyone died. So... I don't know if I agree with this assessment. I mean, he was good, but also I don't think he had the time to make a name for himself, much less one that Sid would have heard of. We're first going to Orabel because we want to do some side questing. Or at least I would like to get some of these side quests done before we head to Lost Wing. Our goal is over here, the Holy Capital, Oriflamme. I mean, knowing he was the son of the Archduke is a different thing than knowing he was the...
And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
I think you've asked this question before.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open.
None, because the wood would be digital.
Good. Looks like I'm in the right area.
I just told him.
Someone's in trouble.
Someone does appear to be in trouble. Ignition is way too good. I mean, you're not wrong.
It's over.
Valet matter.
Are you hurt?
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
Alright, enjoy
And
your
I'm
look.
Martel. But what are you doing here?
Looking for you. This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that. But this soil's not going to collect itself.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened. It's the good stuff you're looking for. Dark, rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant. Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, you should hurry back.
I didn't expect there to be
Bohemil
so
seemed
many
worried
spiders.
enough that he might come looking for you himself.
That seems unlikely, but I won't argue with you. Thanks.
So
now-
then, there's certainly enough of it here. But is it dark, rich, and fragrant?
Where's the dark, rich, and fragrant soil? It's difficult, yeah. Because on the one hand, I obviously understand that if you want to go for a scary enemy, you obviously don't want to shy away from that, but also, especially stuff like arachnophobia is very common, so having at least some way to allow people with arachnophobia to still enjoy those games, especially when that's not the purpose, like the main point of the game.
That should be enough. I better get it back to the hideaway.
There is something nearby.
More of the lost supplies.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, there's a person here. I don't think he cares much for me.
I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. I've come this far. Might as well ask around.
Yeah. It just... especially the detail and all that makes it very rough.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
Well, we were heading to Lost Wing anyways. So that's just convenient. For a moment I thought it was Gav.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quentin a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Clive is the more terrifying person of the two.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather.
They could probably hear us. They were sitting right next to us while we were having that conversation. I do agree with that one, Zach. But also they were sitting right next to us. Like, how the camera just panned over and they were suddenly there. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way they didn't hear us. I don't think I can do much more convincing than that.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Like, why didn't they just say... See, I get the concept behind this quest. That we're showing them it's safe here because we can just freely run around and stuff and bring them food and nobody complains, but...
Back are ya? Did Master Quentin summon ya?
But...
The shad's all salted and
They-
smoked, but it'll be an age before the stink's gone from my skirts.
But at least you'll have the Grimalkins to keep you company.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
It's just... If he told us just get them something to eat to show them they're safe, I would have understood it. But that we had to talk to them while they could overhear us. It's just... There's no way they
Sun's
did...
setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Then I better go and give that stew a stir.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new
Probably.
arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quentin commands, as do we all. And Master Quentin commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
I'm very curious about Quentin as a character.
Bread and wine.
Which
this will be enough.
He's a side character, so I don't think we'll get much from him, but like...
Sun's setting fast.
Yo, Zero, how's it going?
They'll all be back from the vineyard
Like,
soon.
Quentin doesn't necessarily feel like a good guy.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
What'll we do for supper?
Ah. The letter.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. And he's waited long enough already.
That's a very angry dog.
Hopefully this will keep our career out of trouble.
The shad's all salted and smoked.
Where are the bearers that are starving that could clearly hear every word we said?
Brother, did you see?
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
It sure is bread and wine. From the tavern, even.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was
Yeah,
offered.
I was also thinking.
I know.
That must have been quite a crust.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
You're a player, how's it going?
Thank you for everything.
Do you still not show up in the overlay? This must genuinely be a joke I did at some point. I can't ja. Knäckebrot. I have no idea. Like, I wish I knew if it was a joke. Because I could fix it.
What happens to us now?
I have the letter, I have the soil, I need to find Randall. And there's another side quest here. Valid.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
I completely agree. Where is that? It's toggle, please. No, but I genuinely don't know what the issue is. I don't even know what's causing it. I wish it was me silencing you, because then I could unsilence you.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
It's true. We are...
I want no trouble.
This dream is a dictatorship. I knew it.
Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
Oh
You
no.
need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got 'em worked up, and little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
look like you can handle
Quentin
that
is a
blade of
nice
yours.
person.
Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Vales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
I mean, true. That would be big foam wasps. The mysteries of vinification. While some winemakers will remove the skins of the grape after pressing, Leaving both skin and seeds in the juice to co-mingle creates a must that is better suited for extended aging, ultimately resulting in a more refined wine. Then, once the wine calms and settles sufficiently, the skins are removed, and the must is then transferred to wooden barrels of oak or chestnut, which, by allowing air to leach into the wine, impart deepened levels of complexity, introducing rich aromas and improving texture, all while lessening bitterness. If you ever wondered how wine is made, that's apparently how it's made.
Bet you'd like to see what's behind that door, wouldn't you? Well, not on my watch.
Okay. What's the point of this room? Anyways, let's deal with the wasps. Back to Arabelle. A majestic butterfly.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Clive, what do you mean that must be the vineyard? We've been here several times. I love how these people are apparently completely unimpressed by the fact that there are giant wasps around. Where are they? Chat, if anyone sees... oh, never mind. Raftfly, I have to disappoint you, these wasps are actually giant. That was a wasted use of ignition. Let's try that. Oh, I can't do that in the air. That's broken. I can't believe I killed the last wasp by stepping on it. That's such a hilarious end to this mission. It just...
Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quentin's man know.
What's over there? Oh. Back to Last Wing. I think we'll inform the guy who we're doing this for, and then we'll take a quick break. That is, if I remember where the guy is.
Back, are ya? Did Master Quentin summon ya? The shad's all salted and smoked. But it'll be an age before the stink's gone from the skirts.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
I think it's up here. Right, down here. I remember now. Down the stairs, and that's where the guy is. Emil.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quentin would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and Imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here.
I mean, they've been mostly safe except for giant wasps.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this
And
vintage
giant
is ripe for
spiders.
drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Actually, they haven't been particularly safe. But I guess the Imperials haven't taken any of them, so... Success? That's not anywhere near Lost Wing. I don't know why the quest marker told me to go to Lost Wing, but... Oh, I know why the quest marker told me to go to Lost Wing, never mind. I'll be right back. Since ads are going to run. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a whole different discussion, but I feel like the world has become a lot less social in general. Like people just don't interact at all anymore. But I'll continue the discussion after the break. I'll be right back. That's a very disconnected conversation from the previous one. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Controller, please. Yeah. That is a very good question, mainly because I genuinely don't know. I don't actually think I need to save up for Limit Break right now. Currently Limit Break is still very much usable. What do you do if I upgrade you? More hits. Also more hits. I think I'm going to improve Ignition, because Ignition is already pretty good. So making it better can't hurt. How did Torgal get in there? I do not. Not yet. I can't imagine. I mean, stunning is always pretty powerful. That's the way we need to go. It does sound like a mobile ability. I'm going to save that bear over there real quick. Can I quick travel somewhere closer? No. That's fine. Shouldn't take too long to get there. I wonder if it's faster to use Ignition to get anywhere. Probably not. Mainly because of the high-end leg. People are looking for you.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Clive, he looks like he can't walk. I don't think he's getting back to Lost Wing. By the way, I completely forgot to ask, but is my audio alright? Oh, those are the enemies from the first
surprised
area. Ouch.
That's enough.
Alright. Yeah, right. Ah, it's good. slowly remembering how to play this game. Ouch. Ow.
This time.
Ignition. Okay. I am remembering. It's been only a week, but I'm remembering nonetheless. Is he still alive? That sounds like a no.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Yikes. Back to Lost Wing again. This time for the last time. I'm done with side questing. For now. Quentin. Welcome back. That's the wrong place. Okay, I'm done with side questing as soon as I got to Quentin.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
We do not have an unlock command yet.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate.
Quentin, we are
I suppose
going to
you're
meet
none
Sid
too
before
happy
you.
either. For your trouble.
Sure.
Sun's setting fast.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
I do not have to... No, I do not have to go for that.
You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
I do not have that kind of gear. Now we are heading to the main quest, finally.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
I wouldn't say safe, but at least now.
It is not safe to ride to Northreach, but it is possible. And that's all we need. Okay, so far so good. Spider warning again. Okay, I burned them. Dragon warning. I don't know if anyone here is afraid of dragons, except me. Because I can fight that thing. Ouch.
My wounds, boy. Not this time.
Deadly takedown. Limit strength. My health is looking not too great, admittedly. I'm also kind of lost. Okay. I feel like this is just the road to wherever Sid wants to meet us. That's a joke. There were some chocobos. And they're gone. That's one of them down. Oh, they're dead. I killed him so fast. I almost don't get to use the combat. Which is a shame, because I actually really enjoyed the combat system in this game. It's not the most complex or anything, but like... Take down. Limit break. Are you going to fire? No. Fine. Okay. I really like just using what's it called? Wicked Wheel right after. Using Gouge. Take down. It's just this combination of Wicked Wheel and Gouge and then Gouge, Wicked Wheel and then Down Frost. It's really satisfying. 13k stagger damage isn't bad.
Northreach.
Yeah, Northreach. Which we can reach probably north. And that's Oriflamme, I think. Wait. That's all of them. Teleport. Over there, the chocobo. Some animals of some variety. I wonder if I can fight these chocobos. I mean, I don't wanna, but I should actually just so I heal. You picked a very bad moment to fight me. Those look like enemies. Scorpions. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not too difficult. I'm going in a completely wrong direction. No matter where I'm going, I'm probably going the wrong way. I'm just looking for shinies. You can't just drop me into an open field like this. I'm going to look for shinies. And I'm going to get lost.
The soldiers used to speak of the war. And that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
Quest destination nearby. Well, that was rather quick.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Now that you mention it.
However do they get that colour?
I mean, you do have a point, actually.
Saw it last time I was through the wall. Jutting up from the waves like the mane of some giant beast. I heard tell. It's the work of an icon.
Might be Shiva. I heard the Ironblood lost her on their campaign in the Republic.
Oh, I'm stuck here. Oh, there are shinies. Or blood. I guess that works too.
The fruit's not getting any.
Do you see anything you like?
Briar clamshell. Before the storm, 50,000. Okay. Asterion, you mean? Yeah. Ooh, control.
You've a keen eye. An excellent choice.
Control is Garuda. Garuda's theme.
I'll be here if you need me.
I mean, it's not impossible.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Okay.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that
Yeah.
rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
I don't know why. I can imagine that being incredibly hilarious. If you have a video, you need to send me the link to that. Second, I find it hilarious how something about how annoyed that guard sounded about another fucking branded. Just the annoyance in his voice. Well, I need the link to that ASAP.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
I need to play Hades. Still. It's something I definitely want to stream. But I also need to find time. Thank you. I'm going to watch that later. Oh, interesting. We need to find time for... I need to find time for Warframe again. I got a bunch of new frames that I need to...
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
I've just been very exhausted lately. It's really the thing.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor.
I
What
get
is
that.
it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Okay.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Yeah, I've also... It's something I'm still struggling with, deciding on games that I want to stream and games that I definitively do not want to stream. Yeah, he is. I need to get to Baldur's Gate as well, but it's such a long game. That's, for example, one game that I probably won't stream. Because it's the lesson I learned from Persona 5, that some games are too long to be streamed. This game is already pretty long, but this is nothing in comparison to both Persona and Baldur's Gate.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's
Let's
really
see
just...
what her chambermaid can tell us then.
It's always a bit risky to committing to long games. Because obviously if the game is too long and you don't have the time to do anything else, it's just... Yeah, I can also see that, but I'm talking like really, really long games. Like, not just long games, I think that's another thing. Breath of the Wild is a very open game. You can approach it in almost any way. Compare that to RPGs like particularly Persona 5, which is just so rigid in its structure and pacing that it's difficult.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you?
Yeah.
Before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every gil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
But yeah, I think it's just important to find the time to take breaks. And also to know when to take a break.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
It's not that.
Yeah, more side quests. Oh no. By the way, that's a question as well. Do you think I should take the time for the side quests before we continue too far into the story, or do you think I should rush the story first? Yeah. I'm honestly glad so many people are enjoying this. Like, I'm really enjoying I'm really enjoying 16, and I'm glad to see there are people there to actually, that also enjoy watching me do it. Oh, thanks. But yeah,
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword?
Why must she let them off the leash?
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances.
I'm just curious.
I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
But yeah, I'm genuinely glad that like people enjoy
the
my
task
streams.
is simple
like,
enough.
Also, just enjoy
Pass through the
being here.
gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients.
That does mean
There
a
are
lot
3 in
to hear.
total: a grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Yeah, I can see that, but it's always difficult because I feel like a lot of games are fleshed out by the side quests, but I also get how often they can interfere with the story's pacing. But I do think 16 in particular is also paced with you taking the side quests in mind.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. As if either of us needs to brush up on our swordcraft. Huh. Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Well, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
Yeah.
Always strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back.
It's also, we need to
I
do the side
suggest
quests
you
at some
don't
point
either.
anyway to unlock
Take
some
a
of the
moment
main
to get
quests.
ready if you need
like
it.
the DLC
Wouldn't
main
want
quests.
you whining about an unfair fight.
So we do have to do some of them anyway, so... Fine then.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
I mean, if they ask me to fight them, then I'm more than
What
down.
do you want?
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
He didn't even scratch me.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine.
Okay, this is hilarious.
Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Oh, I'm going to have fun.
How'd a bearer win the Dane's favour anyway?
I know when to hold my tongue for a start.
I mean, I do admit this one is tougher.
You got potential. I'll give you that.
Not by a lot. I needed to heal anyways. Yeah, exactly. Who do you think you are? I don't know. What do you think you are?
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded.
Yeah.
So the sergeant never
I
is
agree.
about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
I wish they did. I genuinely wish they I have no idea who they were.
The Emperor's finest, thrashed by a branded. The sergeant may be a surly bastard, but he had our number, all right. Extra drills it is, then.
Yeah, on second thought, maybe don't mention this to the dame. We wouldn't want you getting into trouble for brawling now, will we?
Okay, this is kinda amazing.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it? What do you think? Nothing like a quick tumble on another man's
They generally didn't stand a chance.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
It is kind of funny how very obviously Clive is the main character. I mean, look at his clothes.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks.
Oh my
3
God.
bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes.
Yeah, exactly.
And for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, A word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Well then.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
I need to deliver food, and I need to find... So I didn't actually pay attention to one of the quests I promised to do. I'll take care of that later.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
I mean, that's basically just how it goes, isn't it? It's just the reality of being a supervillain.
You look like you need a rest.
Have some food.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
Maybe.
That's something at least.
Do we have the power of friendship? Yeah, we do. I mean, it's all of Chad versus you. Obviously, Obviously, we have the power of friendship.
These crystals here are for citizens only. There's none for the likes of you.
Then has to be another bearer somewhere. Oh no, not cannon. That one's still healing someone. Have you seen a bearer?
One of the dames, I see. Well, you'd best be back to the Vale before the sun sets. Once the men of the garrison have filled their bellies with liquid courage, a brooch won't stay their tempers.
Greetings. You are one of the dames chosen, I see. I am but a nameless weaver of song, who would warm the hearts of the good folk of this town with such humble cloth as the muse might permit me to make.
Have you seen a bearer around here?
Tatienne is very special to me. All of my girls are. I need to know what happened to her.
Okay. Let me take care of that for now, and if I find
Well then,
Branded on the way,
a little something to remember me by.
all the better. Oh. There she is.
Something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Okay.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then?
This is the last.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
That's kinda sad.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
No. I'll talk to this guy and then we're probably taking a break.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off!
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being
Same.
in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
Which, to be fair,
Always the last village on the road to Oriflamme.
Sid seems to.
I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Sid seems to want to burn down the entire empire as well. Their view towards Oriflamme is beautiful, actually. Too bad we're going to burn the whole place down. Alright. I'll head towards... Yeah.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. So yeah, why are the good places? I mean, to give us a backstory, I guess. That's kind of the point. The tragic backstory of the main character needs some place to be burnt down, I guess. Anyways, I'll be right back. Take a quick break. Mouse. There we go. I need to play 10 at some point. It seems absolutely wild. I've watched a playthrough of it, but I've missed a lot of it, so I somehow never saw Blitzball. But everything I've heard about Blitzball sounds unhinged. I really like the themes of 10. Like, it is pretty cool. I hate to interrupt the song because I really like Path of God. I also need to get to 6, honestly. Honestly, I need to get to a lot of Final Fantasy. Cheap. Do I have enough ability points for anything now? That's where we need to go next. But before we go there, there's some quest stuff we can do. Yeah, I feel like I've committed to the side questing lifestyle. This is just how it's going to be.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, to that matter. It's no wonder the Dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
I forgot about dramatic quest complete. Gets me every time.
No one's allowed through the gate until all packs have been...
There's something we need to give to these people. The Tinker.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now, shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the Master's table.
I have no idea what that is, but I also probably don't want to know.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard, but this here'll make them less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Essence of Rose. I want to buy.
And what can I do for you? I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
The last equestrian role that I'm missing here. Herbalist.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package, fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods.
I feel like this is incredibly illegal, whatever Etienne is selling.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
This is getting weirder and weirder.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
Like, some of these side quests are very obviously side quests, but there are also a lot of quests that just add so much to the world.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Yeah, I feel whatever Etienne gave us is not...
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. One has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
That's the day done then.
Where was Etienne? Where did we find that guy? There.
You need not remind.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
This is the second weird thing we have learned about Chocobo anatomy today. You do not want to know what the first thing was. There's a box up there. Oh, actually that makes a lot more sense. But it's also more boring, so... By the way, Northreach, Northern Sunbreak. The stake claimed in the shadow of Oriflamme's formidable gatehouse, the markets of Northreach attract customers from across the Empire. There's one more... Ah, I see. There's stuff we still need to return to the hideout. And because we can quick travel, I actually don't mind doing this. Which I already see is the death to this playthrough. Because we're now just inside quest hell. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Clive, was it?
At least we can listen to Garuda's theme.
What happened? Is everything all right?
There you are. And? All safe and sound?
Oh, yes, she's standing right there.
Not the girl. The soil. Did you bring it?
Yes. Here.
I hope it is rich, dark, and fragrant.
Glorious! When Martel came home empty-handed, I almost had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there...
Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about is his research.
But that's...
That's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay. Although, you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? Ugh. Here. I know it's not much, but it's something, at least.
They are both incredibly calm about this.
I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still. We'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Maybe I should just own up to... There you are. I just got back to the hideaway, and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
Lost supplies, lost letter. Alright.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies is one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
You never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
This one quest feels weird. Because it seems to be implied that... I don't know, do they expect me to do the quest after I return from the main quest? It's mainly just because at the point you get the quest, Sid is preparing to leave with you. I don't know.
However do they get that colour?
Could I get there from the Dragon's Area? No. Fine, I'll take the path you want me to take, game. Okay, now that we're out of side quest hell for now. For now.
That's the day done then.
How about the veil?
These crystals here are for citizens only. There's none for the likes of you.
The Dane may have given you leave to walk freely about Northridge, but one step outside these walls, and you're just another branded, with a target on his back.
Alright, that's welcoming. That surely is welcoming. This place is pretty. Which Mother Crystal is that? That's Oriflamme. Then that's probably... Probably Rosarius? But it doesn't really look that way.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
I'm kinda curious about this building. And I'm completely aware that I'm getting completely distracted again. It's fine.
Watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Wait, you're not one of us.
I sure am not. The guy's very observant in that way. Oh, there, more. And I was fearing it to get boring. God, please. Kinda, yeah. Which is weirdly also the role Sith has. A little help. But I do really like that, you know, sort of Robin Hood vibe the Outlaws have. I just got an item. Gear. Is it better than my current item? Demon Tamer Sash. Can I get up the tower, or is it just... It's especially interesting because that's a character who can play dirty while still being a hero. Which is really fun. Oh, it's been ages since I found a potion. Is there anything of value here? Doesn't seem that way.
That's enough.
It's just... It's a very fascinating role because... by being more or less the underdog, it makes it way more quote-unquote acceptable for the character to not play by the rules. Because the rules are inherently against them. But they are doing the right thing, so...
You! Branded! Here, now! You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy! Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him!
I'm too nice. That's the problem.
Right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right
no?
here. I need to be careful.
Maybe? You're here now.
It's a wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it.
Doink.
Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Stay down!
I get to heal while doing this, so. Exactly. See, that's how you do it.
No!
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
I honestly wish the game focused more on it. It's something I always say. The game is very inspired by...
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
Well, this is fucked up. But yeah, the game, like the dev said, the story has been has been inspired by Game of Thrones and similar, more darker stories. And I honestly kind of wish they leaned more into that. Like, focused more on the relationships between the kingdoms, focused more on why the world is so messed up.
You heard me. Shift your asses.
Yeah.
You, Brandy, come here this instant.
What if I don't?
How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well,
all right.
The sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
The wretch would be me.
That unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders from no one.
Lies! Do you think I cannot see that brand on your face?
Shut your mouth and listen. Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and pain, just as you do. And unless you wish to share in their suffering, you would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me.
How dare you threaten us? How dare you?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head.
No, I think I'm with
clean
you,
off
Hexen.
his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
Yeah. Clive is too nice. He gets it from Sid.
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
Yeah, I agree, Hexen. I also definitely like when games let you be evil. Like, not even let you be evil, but
finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For the help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again.
Yeah.
Till then.
And so they were never seen again. The end. What was that with people voting for the leopards eating my face party? Being all surprised when the leopards are eating their face. Move it on!
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting. That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her. You work these fields?
See, Hexen, the difference is we have a criminal system that in theory is supposed to punish
and an outsider at that,
wrongdoers.
judging by the lack of manners.
Or
why should
at
I
least
help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her
Stop
pet.
them from
Chloe.
doing more wrong.
Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Yeah, almost like if a crime has a fine.
Chloe?
It's only a crime for people who can't pay.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Clive, they don't look asleep. They look dead. Oh, they're petrified.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It
Well,
could be
that's
months before
pretty
Dad
messed up.
gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again.
This word is...
But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
It really is. And again, this is another one of those side quests that really should have been a main quest. Also, I do need to... what Select just said. I do need to point out the tonal whiplash of us making that child cry and as the quest complete. But yeah, it is genuinely dark, and that's... I liked it. It takes itself serious. Again, I wish it played more in that direction, to be honest. Because, without going too far ahead into the story, I really don't care much about the plot with the Mother Crystals. Man, that would be terrible. If it... I hate that thought.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Well, I hope at least we incited some good change. I hope. But yeah, I really wish this game focused a lot more on the bearers and the different empires. Like the different
If the people
kingdoms.
of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Yeah, this town is pretty fucked. Let me guess, you
What
hate
do
me.
you want?
Oh, he doesn't hate me. That's actually kind of surprising.
Good riddance.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Who do we need to talk with? Someone around here.
If even a grain is missing, the collectors will have my head on a pike.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Well, if we haven't already established that everyone here hates us, by the way.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
No worries. See you around.
Why, of
Hop work
course I have.
treats you
I am the
well
good
enough.
lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal.
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything.
Can do.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Okay. Make for the ruins.
You are fortunate to have fallen into the dame's good graces, but her influence wanes the further you stray from Northreach. Remember that, my wayward lamb.
That sounds like a threat. Over there is Oriflame. Oriflame? Oriflamme? Never mind.
Not much chance I'd make it through the Penitent's Gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter. Sid had better have a plan.
I wonder how how it would end if I just walk up. Oh, new obelisk. That's actually huge. Alright, welcome back. The Royal Meadows, northeastern Sabrek. Safe behind Northreach's mighty bulwark, does the Empire tend to fertile lands that keep her citizenry fed. I can talk.
Look here, men. This branded would be so bold as to seek passage into our holy capital. Were he accompanied by his master, we might be compelled to grant it. But alas, he is alone. And the law regarding masterless branded is clear. Unless he wishes us to take him into custody, I suggest he return to his owner immediately.
I mean, I guess they just don't recognize us. That's fine. It's not like we were working for the Holy Empire for the last years. I mean, not that I want to be discovered as a deserter. I'm just saying, I could probably fight these guys.
Death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Well, that was pretty effective. I should probably upgrade something. I might actually upgrade Limit Break this time. More people seem to have died. Oh no. It's pretty bad.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman. Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one. in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Alright.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
There's really no happy ending for this for this entire part of the story.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter?
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen to it, milady.
Of course you could, had it not been personal. You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
I hate being the bringer of bad news.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will.
We already saw.
Thank you again.
Sylvester, like the Emperor, talking with his troops.
After it.
That he wants to take more land from the Dominion, I think. Anyways, I'll take one last break, I think, for today. And then we'll continue for a little bit longer. Sounds like a plan. Alright. I'll be right back. Yay, I think that's over. It's not that dramatic. The music didn't need to underline that. Anyways, back to the game. I am sorry, by the way, that we barely made any progress today. I did get very sidetracked with side quests. It will happen again. At least we're almost done with the side quest. There's one more in Rosaria, which we can get. Or two more. Which I'm thinking if we're anyway just doing side questing, I might as well do that real quick. Because we can quick travel pretty fast. And I would like to get these done early so we don't need to wait for the DLC stuff. Remember how I said it's going to happen again? Like 5 seconds ago. Good times.
The tavern. It's done for. I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
That does sound pretty urgent.
I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Yeah, that does seem kind of important. Kind of good that I decided to do the side quest.
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it? Get him, lads. I want that.
I like how they're called uninvited guests. Clearly, the answer is to switch build halfway through. No, that's going to cost way too much time. Don't listen to me.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and
that's
me,
great.
Merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
Also, Zach, I think for speedrunning purposes, probably offense.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
Because at the end of the day, defense doesn't increase the speed at which you fight. It just keeps you alive longer. So if your goal is speed, you should always go for damage, because then your goal is to reduce the damage you take by winning faster. That was the only side quest here. Great. We can go back to Zembrak. Actually, I probably should have gone to the quick travel point in front of the Empire. Yeah, the quick travel point at the Royal Meadows is probably going to be faster. I mean, yes, but if you're going for speed, you should also be going for avoiding damage. Like, a speedrun kinda assumes optimal play, even if it's not always the reality. Alright. You asked for it. I would have let them get away with it. That is also fair. Is there a way to reduce the time you're staggered after a hit? In Monster Hunter, I don't know enough yet about the game to definitively say that. I mean... I didn't really say much, just that I get the point.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
Oh no.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
I remember now what I was saying. I was asking if there's a way to reduce stagger. Like, the amount of time you are staggered after being hit. How did we get here?
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut?
Sid, first of all, every single shortcut you have recommended us has had us almost killed. Which, I agree, means it's still short, but... Second, I appreciate your optimism, but also... yeah, only almost.
And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Drake's Head, Oriflamme, holy capital of Sambrek. In majestic silence has Drake's Head ever stood vigil over the empire of Sambrek and its bejeweled capital. That might be a longer mission. I think this is a good point to call it. Which means we've spent most of the day side questing, but I'm fine with that. I can live with that. Is there just a giant hole in the ocean? So yeah. I head back to the hideout mainly so I can save. Also gonna check real quick if
So, will it be?
there's anything I can get myself. Didn't I have a storm cry? Oh, I get the flame tongue by upgrading storm cry. Never mind.
Fine.
Didn't notice that. One thing, and then I'm going to call it.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
How brave was it?
Are there any
Giving
more?
us a hand. Anything catch your eye?
Okay, we did literally all the side quests. I don't have anything for any new abilities yet. Yeah, I think this is where we call it. So yeah, this has been fun. I enjoyed this. I'm also really enjoying to be back, so let's find someone to raid. Who is live that we can raid? No. That's Raid Huts. I don't know, unless he's going to call it soon, I don't actually know. He seems to be done with his run. Silic, you probably know it better than I do. Okay, I mean, yeah. Then let's raid Huts. He's currently practicing some Crash Bash with Argic, which is an odd speedrun, to say the least. And yeah, Huts is an amazing community. He's fundraising all month for charity. And yeah, I should really prepare like introductions for every stream I rate more commonly, so I don't need to think about it every time. A raid message. I got distracted by side quests. Ahead. No, I did, but can't just say that. I'll see you all around. Take care. Bye.